In this lecture, we're going to be talk about CAPEX model. So basically, the CAPEX model is a type of solar financing model which is been widely used by most of the industrial consumers. So basically, CAPEX stands for the capital expenditure. So whenever any industrial consumer is owning or purchasing the solar power plant or developing their solar power plant, the initial all the investment starting from the evacuation erection and up to the operation and maintenance, all other kind of the cost has been beared by the consumer itself or who is developing that particular project and consuming that particular power. This model contrasts with the OPEX model, which stands for the operational expenditure model, where a third party investor owns the system and the consumer purchases the electricity generated. So, all the investment has been done by the consumer only, and he is solely responsible for operating the solar project. So basically, the role of the solar installer is to install the solar power plant on the rooftop area or the land which has been available for the particular consumer, and this all kind of the cost has been beared by the consumer itself. So he is the sole owner of the system. He can able to aim to reduce the overall power cost also, as we can see, and bear the entire expenditure from the installation to the operation and maintenance and regular working of the solar power plant. He can able to sell the excess electricity to the grid, or wherever want he can able to take the electricity from the grid also or import also, and we can make the settlement for excess energy also. If the third party people also he wants to give that particular energy or electricity, he can also able to do this particular thing by the proper PPA agreement and proper contracts. So basically, when we talk about the capex model in the solar, so basically the main major highlight is the consumer ownership, which is been appearing or which has been there for the consumer. So the consumer individual, he might be the individual person, he might be the business agency or any institution owns the solar power systems. The upfront investment is a one thing where the consumer incurs the initial cost of the purchase and installation of the solar power system. Full control on a system, so consumer is having the full control on operation and maintenance of the system, so he don't have to pay anything to the other people under the third party segments, as we can say. No ongoing payment. After the initial investment, the consumer benefits from the free solar power and reducing or eliminating the electricity bills. Asset depreciation, so he can take the benefit in the tax also, or in the reduce the taxable income and overall tax also by depreciating the asset with the normal depreciation or the accelerated rate of depreciation. Long term saving, despite the high initial investment, the consumer can achieve the significant long term saving on the energy cost.